Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. We're back. Hello. Hello, hello. Actually, guess what? Things have changed this time. I actually did things off camera for a change. Ah! I don't have a zoom. I need to invest in a zoom. So you see this lovely, lovely face? Face! This lovely face right up close. Right. I'm going to show you what I've done in between. One, bridge over monorail. It also, never mind, it doesn't really cover this weird gap, which is like the one thing I keep wanting to cover. Oh well. Something will cover it eventually, even if it's really high up. Also, station. This station is made to be big enough for a three carriage train, because quite frankly, these now seem really big now I'm trying to do the station, because this makes the station feel big. And then I remember, I've been to places like St. King's Cross and Pancras. Those places, Birmingham International as well, those places are utterly, utterly massive. So, massive interchange station eventually, I guess, will have to happen. But for now, this is going to be like a small stop instead, because I'm not up to big station yet. Also, it'd be nice for, this path comes down here, it'd be nice to get a path down to the road, because this is like a plaza and shopping or something. That van looks real weird now. It looks real weird. Nope. I think of vans, I do think of them being very square. It's also got like no details on the side, which doesn't help. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. You know what, this time I'm just gonna break through the wall, because I don't want to have to fly around again. One thing to show off. One, I'll put an armour stand here, probably put a glass pane here for the till instead, because that feels fancier than anything else. I sorted out the glass bottles in the thing. Look at them! And I've got my blocks back in where they need to be. It looks so cool. Hold up. I've got an idea. Oh, I'm gonna do this now because I don't have an armor stand on me. That's dumb. Armor stand. Ingredients. Would that, or would cocoa beans work? Are cocoa beans in food and drinks, or are they in materials? I thought they'd be in ingredients. Where are cocoa beans? Why can't I find the cocoa beans? Let's search them up. Oh, they're in that. Oh, okay, that makes sense. They are very much a natural rock. Right. That makes a lot of sense. Cocoa beans I think make more sense to me, but we could put them in here. So I did install a mod, which means I can shift right click on an armor stand, and I can yes. Right, and then we can, nope. There we go. Oh, okay. Swap you. Oh, okay, we're going to bring it down. Is it that one? No. It's that one I want. Push it back. Add it. Oh, do we want it small? In which case we Guess you probably need to bring it up. Yeah. And then bring it forward again. There we go, and then oh, other way, bring it across. Invisible. Yes. Splash on the surface. Held item, held block. Huh. Yeah. And then we lock it, and then we are done. And then it is too far back. Nice to know. Haha! Unlock. That one. That one. Need to... I cancelled it. Haha! Hold up. We need to... There we go. There we go. Well, there isn't any spout on here. It looks a bit more like a coffee machine that's actually working. You know what? It's not the best block for this. Oh, dripstone may have been a better idea. Hold up. Hold up. Can we get to unlock? Visible? No. We're going to give it dripstone. Done. Is the dripstone aligned with the block above? Because I can't see a gap. It is not. If we move it up a bit. That's done. Is it aligned with the block? I've got very distracted. We were going to do a thing. But that. And then we lock it. And then we're done. If we lock it, it doesn't interact with things, so it don't have to worry about blocks. So there we go. That looks a bit better. I honestly don't know whether or not that does look better, but that's what we're doing now. And then colourful blocks. Given the fact that the rest of this is all cyan, if we remove this, another armour stand. Arms. Yes, that way I can give it you. Swap main hand and head. No gravity. That one we want to adjust. Bring it back into the... Okay, we need it high enough up. Okay. Visible. Yes. Done. Oh, it's a bit awkward, but that looks like a more cyberpunky till than I think anything else does. Also, it stops it being too big and large and in the way. So we're gonna lock that. And we're done. That looks cool. Might change this one to a... Oh, it's a block sign, because of course it is. Pay here. And then, where's the... There we go. And we can grab the ingredients we need, which is cyan, glowing, honeycomb. Cyan, glowing, honeycomb. There we go. It's not quite lit up as much as I'd like, but also this whole place is a bit dim anyway, so I don't think there's a whole lot we can do about that. I think what we'll have to do Because as much as this is a big window... Oh, does the... Well, I suppose the pavement does continue. So yes, as much as this is a big window, put like a door here. Because a door's not going to work there. We've got stairs. There's no stained tinted. There's no pane glass of tinted. That's very frustrating. You know what? Does that work? Does that work? Or do we have it like half open? You know what? That'll work for now as a door, because I don't want to put actual doors on here, not when this is all really quite nicely glass. So if we go directly across from here, and then we do that, we can put the door in for the other side as well, and then we can eventually work something out. Because it's not like the pavement gets much smaller. Also, we need a way in and out, so... Oh well, we gotta figure out something. Right. I'm really loving this, because now I've got some wool in for where I've got plans. It really feels like this whole thing's sort of starting to come together. As in, it's not just building on a whim. I've got plans. I've got ideas. Things are flowing. Okay, flowing might be a little bit of an overstatement, but oh well. I think I'll bring the whole thing back one. But yes, these stairs are going to be slabbed. They'll be the smoother like all the other pavements are, because consistency. No, we're gonna... Oh, we're totally gonna want that to be the blocks. This... Hold up. You know what? Hold up. This whole stair thing can come down one. Do this bit with actual blocks. And they're bottom slabs, and they're top slabs. Like that. Yeah. That makes sense. Also, this way this corner platform does what I want it to do, rather than being awkwardly into one of the sets of stairs. There we go. Things are coming together. Yay! I think it'd be nice if everywhere, as a form of consistency, no matter how far up and down the city you are, the pavements are always the same block. Even if that means that it's a bit awkward, because I know up's going to be all polished and things, but these aren't exactly dark blocks. Also, pavements get lots of wear and tear anyway. Two, these ones down here should theoretically start looking a lot darker when we've got lots of other buildings in the way blocking out all the light. Therefore, desired effect, even if the blocks themselves don't contribute to it. Yes. Things working. Mind whirring. Is this very nicely over the top of the... It is! Also, I'm doing the whole stairs out of slabs makes a lot of sense. We will give it the same kind of, outside as the stairs here, which, if we can do, except will stop because there's the wall. I'm right, this is how I've been doing them. I will go back and double check. This seems right. Like, don't get me wrong, there was definitely it's definitely tripled it. But yes. And then because of the way the glass panes work, where they were in one, they were double. It's the in ones where the double happens. Which, because of the way glass panes work, it's not too much of an overlap. Oh. Just a reminder that glass panes are an absolute, well, pain to work with. Because they're just so thin and awkward. Oh, I was dumb. Realised something. I haven't gone to Vanilla Tweaks and got the iron bars fixed. So my iron bars are still going to be very, very annoying. I will have to get that at some point because I'm sure iron bars will become a lot more prominent in the city. They're a good block for it. They're just, you know, do all the Z fighting and then make my brain flip out a little bit because oh. Now this is going to be a lot harder to do with this side because I don't have a nice wall to build off. Walls are helpful. This is where walls are very helpful. But that's also an advantage of building it out of blocks first. Give yourself something to build off of. Look! A lot easier than it would have been otherwise. Lots easier. There we go. Have to destroy the unnecessary blocks. There we go. I'm trying to think. You know what I should think? Do we have any more stories for today? I suppose I could talk about the first time I went to Comic-Con. Because yes, I've been to Comic-Con. If it wasn't already obvious by my very long I think I managed to contain it, but my Star Wars rant from previously, I'm quite the nerd. I'm quite the fan. Also, this stream, which is, you know, our Friday chill happening on Friday. This is happening the Friday before the MCC of May of this year. By the time the stream will come out, MCC will have happened because this likely won't be uploaded on YouTube till the Sunday. And hopefully I won't forget to do it. It might end up being later than that. Oops. But hello YouTube too. Oh, I need the glass rods on this. Glass rods? End rods. End rods. Do you down here as well? I think we'll do you in that corner. Again, I'm so glad emeralds don't connect to anything. I mean, they wouldn't by the very nature of the way they're designed, but it's so nice that they don't. Because it means, one, like I've done in there, you can do some funky things that don't connect. No, that didn't need to go. Let's put all the ones that are sticking around. There we go, because these, oh no, don't want to completely destroy my stairs. pain of working with glass panes. Huzzah! That's one side done. There we go, get this side done. Nope. There we go. Not the block I needed to destroy. This could be kind of confusing. I'm being silent because I need to concentrate because I keep destroying the wrong blocks. No, not that one. On top of that one. Destroy that one. On top of that one. Destroy on top. Destroy. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got there eventually. I also think the effect that happens here because we're missing some is kind of cool. Okay, it doesn't literally work as a fence. But it's visually there as a barrier, which is the important part. And it does work, assuming you're not jumping up the top here over the train, which is monorail, which is probably one of the most important parts, quite frankly. Also, I'm suddenly really glad I didn't try and do rails with, say, anvils or anything, because I feel like turning those round a corner would be infinitely more painful than just the iron blocks I've got currently. Also, absolutely at no point am I going to try and build a train round a corner. Or at least not anytime soon, because curves are hard. I don't want to try and build one of the train carriages on top of a curve. Like, no. Just, no. I'm willing to give diagonals a go. But a train carriage? Look, the train carriages aren't exactly large, and curves are hard. I've got standards. Maybe eventually, in a few years' time, when I'm better at building. Trains are cool though. I need to do the inside of these. I need to pick a seat block. Now, if we had glazed terracotta as the stairs, I would use those because I swear trains always have the strangest patterns inside. I'm gonna use the warped stairs rather than say anything else. So if I build these like the trains I remember, which is we have those two there, and then yeah, there's a set of double ones that usually have, say, a table or something. February. I haven't been on a train in a very long time either. February, it's longer than February. It's last year. But I was at the time going on trains every single day, so it was my commute for the day. So I'd like to say a pretty good memory. I would. Ooh, if I had a bit more room. Hold up, these ones could go right against the wall instead. These ones come back, and then we take something like the dark oak trap door. It becomes a little table. Because spending money on books is always really nice. Books are nice. Highly recommend. Books are definitely the kind of thing that gets worth your money. And then more tables. And then this one will be different because this one, I did put a door there. Do some sideways seating, because it's not like that doesn't happen in oh, there isn't really room. Huh, that sounds like a cool book. Oh, 1, 2, 3. if we want to get there's slightly less room around the doors. But no, I don't. That'd just be awkwardly spaced in this one, I guess. Because we're going to make sure there's... Drive the train! Drive the train! Although, these are monorail trains rather than regular trains. It's just fun, because actually, funny enough, the monorails I remember going on the most are the ones at Alton Towers in the UK. Alton Towers is a really good theme park if you ever get the chance. Tickets are totally expensive. I think at one point it was like 45 quid per person. They're probably more expensive than that now. But also, I also know they just got the roller coaster Nemesis redone entirely, so it's now Nemesis Reborn. No idea about what's different about it. I'm not a huge fan of roller coasters. But that has happened, so... Yeah, right. Station Town. I think I will, just for consistency's sake, make our station platform out of the same block, because it's not... This isn't big King's Cross station, this is small side station, a bit like... Ooh, Italy! That's cool. I visited Italy once. Haha! Story time! Italy! I went on a holiday with Italy for a week with my mother a few years back. It's a very nice holiday, one of the best holidays I've ever done. Spent every other day in a swimming pool. A very, very nice swimming pool. It's a very cold swimming pool. Middle of summer, this swimming pool was freezing cold, I swear. But also that was really nice in the heat, so it worked out. But we went and we stayed at a not quite campsite, although I do think they did have space for camping in some of the hills near Rome. We went to a water park one of those days. I've forgotten what the water park's called. Water park was also very hilly. Other thing I remember about a trip to Italy, I had pizza literally every single day I was there. And I do not regret it one bit. It was some of the best pizza I've ever had in my life. Not that surprising. It was Italy, pizza. Two things tend to go together. But I did. Trying to think. Other story. My mother's a Christian, so for her we went and visited the Vatican. Pizza and pasta. I mean, the other thing, I do really like both pizza and pasta, so Italy is definitely a brilliant holiday destination for me. Although I think I only really remember having pasta once. I know what the nice story is when we visited, was it the same day we visited the Vatican? It might have been a different day, but we were in Rome. It might have been the day we went to go see the Colosseum. That was cool. Colosseum's cool. It is really quite big. Like really quite big. You totally understand they could have fit a lot of people in there. Imagine that with a roaring crowd. It'd be, you know, like a football stadium. Although that does make sense, given that was essentially the closest that we know of that they got to those kind of sports tournaments, even if they were significantly more violent in nature. There are stories of some of the Roman emperors literally just throwing the crowd into the pit to fight wild animals because they got bored. Roman emperors tended not to be particularly nice people. But as I said, I can't exactly remember which day it was, but we just wanted a snack. So we went off the beaten track a little bit, off the main roads a little bit. And how many loaves of bread? In the Colosseum? Lots. Not a clue, just lots. But we went off for this thing, we wanted a snack, so we went off the beaten road a little bit. And then we found this little like corner shop. And they were selling ice cream. And we figured, why not? It was some of the best ice cream I've ever had. I think it was proper like gelato ice cream. It was amazing. So it's nice to remember that. I think we also one time, same day we got the ice cream, we also stopping and having lunch. And this was the one day I had pizza for lunch instead of dinner. I had pasta at dinner that day. We also went off the beaten track a bit and found this. Wasn't particularly far off the main roads, but it wasn't directly on the main roads. Found this little cafe restaurant, and we had lunch in there. That was very nice. I'm glad they had English menus because I know about 1 word, 2 words in Italian. I certainly don't speak the language in any kind of manner, which is fine. I just don't. And if I was ever gonna sort of visit there on any kind of regular occasion, I say I only know a couple words. I know more words of Italian than I think I do, because I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed. They're very well on Tuesday Variety, might very well be an Assassin's Creed sometimes near in the future. But the game I've played the most is Assassin's Creed 2, which, guess what, is set in Italy. And even if you have the English voice actors, there are words here and there that are said in Italian regardless, which makes me very glad I tend to always play video games with subtitles, because it means that you get to have the translation. And then when you've played the opening of the game about 4 or 5 times, you pick up some of the words that get mentioned there. Only some of them. Black Flag was actually the first Assassin's Creed game I ever played. It was on a friend's computer, because I didn't have a fancy one. I didn't own any of the games. I need to pick a block for my not cyan. Give me a moment while I block pick. Or a deep slate. I need to remember that Chisel Deep Slate exists. Deep slate could work. Give me some of that, and then I've dismissed the. I want the cyan now. Oops. Cyan. It's such a different block colour. Right. Yes. That looks cool. Do I move you in one and then do a funky thing where I'm sorry. I was going to talk about me playing Black Flag, but yes, I did know an Assassin's Creed game. Vaguely aware of them. Friend owned. I think they just got Origins, and they were seeing if their gaming laptop could run it. But they had Black Flag, which they played and enjoyed, and they let me have a go. And I really enjoyed it, and I found my favourite part of the game was the parkour. I absolutely adore running across the rooftops. Absolutely adore it. So, especially because I had Potato Computer available at the time, my friend suggested AC2. And I thought, yeah, why not? That one's more parkour than this one, which is what I'm kind of looking for. And more parkour than Black Flag, so give it a try. And I did, and I really bought the game, gave it a try. It ran quite nicely on my Potato Computer because it's, not exactly a new game by any stretch of the imagination. And I've since then been absolutely in love with Assassin's Creed for the rest of time. It's a brilliant game series, and it's not everyone's cup of tea necessarily, but but I love it. I love the stealth. I love the combat of AC2. I now own 6 Assassin's Creed games. I own, partly because there was a sale at Christmas, I own the original Assassin's Creed. I own the entirety of the Ezio trilogy, so that's Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Revelations. I have not played either Brotherhood or Revelations because I would quite like to finish and quite like to actually finish playing AC2. I've owned it for years. I've not finished the game yet. From what I gather, I'm really quite close on, I think, close to the oldest save I have, but I cannot complete that mission for the life of me, so it is admittedly kind of sitting there a little bit at the moment. It's alright, we'll get to it eventually. But until then, oh well. As I said, I've started the game a few times over. I know one of my other saves that I've got on the... One of my other saves I've got is my attempt at starting a 100% run. I've currently got all the feathers in Florence that I can get to. Thing is, I haven't even completely unlocked Florence in my 100% run, so I'm quite a ways behind. That's okay, I'm allowed to be. What else thinking of? But yes, I also, funny enough, another story is about how I gained ownership of Assassin's Creed 3. I have a friend who really likes Assassin's Creed 3. I think they own it on like 2 or 3 platforms now, but they wanted to get it for Switch. And fair enough. So I think they were hoping to buy like a physical copy with a disc, but they did in fact buy what had download code, which fair enough. That's kind of how it works. I'm not sure those games have ever had, say, a more physical release on Switch, but they bought this. It came with 2 download codes. And my friend knew I really liked Assassin's Creed. She was like, well, they're both in here. Would you like the other code? Of which point I probably went, yes, of course I would like the other code. And that's how I ended up owning my copy of Assassin's Creed 3, which I do believe came with AC Liberty, if I've got my games right, as well. Because there's several games that are not the main series games that are definitely quite a bit shorter. There's Liberty, there's Freedom City, which is Adewale from Black Flag, and I believe there's another sort of short game that is the Chinese assassin that wants to talk with Ezio at one point, very near the end of his life. Yeah, it's really interesting, and I know at least with the early games, you really feel like you're part of the history of the time period you're in. Certainly with AC2 I have felt like that, because I then at some point was later watching a TV show that was being done by Alexander Armstrong, the guy who also presents Pointless on UK TV. I don't know if Pointless is anywhere else other than the BBC, but his guy does that. He also voiced Danger Mouse. Yes, the Chronicles. That's what I was on about. Yes, the Chronicles games. There is an assassin from Russia. I believe one of the people from Abstergo I believe Desmond gets, and spoilers but here, Desmond gets kidnapped by, don't remember the name, is a descendant of said Russian assassin. I remember absolutely nothing else about that, but oh well. But yes, there's Alexander Armstrong, who voices Danger Mouse, does Pointless. he was doing a show where they were, I think, doing a lot of camera stuff, but they were essentially making 3D models of cities, and there was an episode on Florence, or as I keep ending up wanting to call it Firenze, because that's what the characters all call it in AC2, because Italian names for things. But they were doing a whole, like, this 3D model of Florence, which meant they were looking into the history of it. And it was funny because they were mentioning things like the Medicis and the Pazzi conspiracy. And the entire time I'm here just like, I know exactly what you're on about. Because I've played the missions that involve these stories in Assassin's Creed 2. These names all mean something to me. I'm far more greatly aware of who these people were in history. And that's kind of really cool. It's a bit like the story I've heard of a kid who was on a school trip to Rome, and they kind of got lost. And this kid had played AC Brotherhood, which is set in Rome. And look, these towns in Italy, they're not modern places. The structures of the city and the layouts of the streets haven't really changed at all. They haven't needed to. Many of the buildings will, at least on the outside, be the same buildings as they were all those years ago. They'll have been modernised in some ways, but they'll in many cases be much the same buildings as... Oh, something on this doesn't match up. Hold up a moment. Yes, that's the story. They, got lost in Rome. Someone's played AC Brotherhood. Streets haven't changed. And they can actually still navigate their way through Rome by using their knowledge of the video game. Another fun thing I learned about Rome. City's sinking. City is sinking, I think. Or just the ground gets built up, so a lot of the old, really real Roman architecture, when you look at it from where you are, is like sunken into the ground. So the modern streets are quite a bit above where the old streets used to be. So if you look at where some of the old Roman buildings are, it's actually in the ground. And that is a case of just things get built up. It's like any time any of these cities, including places like London, Italy, Rome, whatnot, when they're building their subway metro systems, they're building these metro systems in the underground, and they keep having to stop because they keep finding stuff of archaeological interest, which means they're being like, oh, can we stop? Can we dig out the whole thing? Which means any kind of underground project always takes a million more years than it would otherwise, because there's history very low beneath your feet. From what I understand with London in particular, is that London's underground... I'm gonna move this because this is annoying me. London's underground tends to be low enough that it's actually underneath all of the things of archaeological interest. Could be wrong about that, but if I remember what I've understood correctly, that is in fact... which then means things, but it's not to say that all of the projects building the underground in London didn't take forever. One, if if I also remember my history correctly, is the London Underground is the oldest of the underground railway systems in the world. Which doesn't surprise me all that much, as if I got my history right, trains were invented in the UK, so that does, on that sense, make sense. We've still got some old-fashioned trains. No, there's a place near me that does trains, does steam trains. Couple places. Couple places me with old trains who've got the history of trains. Know someone who works somewhere that does history of trains. Ha. That doesn't make any sense. Give me 2 secs. Ha. Ah, it was bound to happen with another awkward spaced one. What if I make this one be the 3 instead? But yes, lots of plain train places. I've been on old fancy steam trains. There's also the Flying Scotsman, which is in the UK, which I believe is at very least the fastest steam train that's ever been recorded. Do I keep the? Oh, you know what? I will keep the smooth stone blocks. Right. Now, I'll have to get a roof on this eventually. Question becomes, how do I turn this edge into something? Because I don't. Oh, I know what I need to do. Very, very British of me. Stand behind the yellow line. That's the classic thing you get in British. In terms of the chat, I probably need to add it to the rules, but if we can avoid swear words or words like them, that would be appreciated. I'm trying to at least be somewhat family friendly here. But yes, cover message regularly. Please stand behind the yellow line. It would become vitally more important if we had, if you got a train coming past that isn't stopping, because the drag and the wind they can cause can be really quite immense. I've definitely seen videos of, say, a pram that's been left without being parked far enough back properly. Train comes along past and it's a cargo train or something and it's not stopping, so it's going really fast, and suddenly this pushchair starts rolling, and or even suitcases. It can really be quite dangerous because they can create a lot of wind drag and you really can hear it when you're, say, there. But yes, knowing what I know, the yellow line probably have to be further back, but you know what, we're not going to worry about it. Ooh, you know what we need? Ticket office! Ticket office. So I'm gonna do a thing here, and then we can do, say, turn, do that, and then that can be our turnstiles that you like swipe your ticket or whatever and then it lets you through. Carpet for now. It's like, oh, green entrance. I might change it to something else. I might change it to concrete blocks on the floor like I did the yellow line. What could we use as the turnstile? Chains? End rods? End rods could work. Make them double high. Can't actually get through though. Oh, trains being really slow. Yeah, no, trains can be very dangerous. So there's a reason why in the UK we have the stand behind the yellow line. Now, what did frustrate me when I got the train regularly was when the platform was really busy, so there wasn't necessarily a whole lot of space, but people just standing in front of the yellow line just can. It's like, there's enough room for you to stand behind it so you are safe, but no. And even more so when there were staff members there who were there to, you know, look at the thing and make sure, one is to signal to the train when the train's ready to go. The other thing that always really annoyed me is when the train came and these people were rushing down to the platform, very clearly late, and yet they would still try and, like, get on the train. It's like, no. Train's already late. Train should have left already. Please stop trying to jump on through the doors. So, yeah. I've definitely seen it happen. I always had to make a point of not watching because the whole thing gave me really bad anxiety. Because, oh god, what if they, I don't know, get caught in the door, train starts moving. Hence the need for staff members to try and avoid things like that. I say that, for all those things here, you probably have a self-service ticket machine. You know what, I'll still do a thing with a person because I like talking to people. Yeah, trains in busy places where you've got regular commuters can be quite amazing in people's lack of common sense. We might call it common sense. Sometimes it very much does not seem common at all. But yeah, no, these trains, they'd be, you know, these kind of people, you'd probably be getting them on them every day. But they're there, they're getting on the train. Train's about to leave and they're like trying to get on, and you've got these staff members trying to tell them no. But they won't listen, and they'll try anyway, and it's a bit like, how you haven't ended up in a far worse situation from this, I will never know. But they try it. They try it. But hey, we've kept on task today. Woohoo! Anything else what I'm gonna do with this? Anything else? Could do a cafe in a corner. I've seen cafes inside train stations before. That's not small tiny cafe. A bit like the one we've got up in the building with the bottles from earlier on. Ooh, I could even brand it all the same and have it actually be a chain and have them all come from the same place. That would work. Except I don't think I'll do... I can do it the same way I had the till earlier on with the bottles in the back and coffee machine again. Might move this one forward actually. And give the stuff enough room back there. Bring this forward. Do you know? Couple tables. Ooh. Maybe even do one of the things they did. I think I'll bring this wall forward one more. And then we can do something I've sort of seen before. Or, okay, not quite this in particular in the way I'm going to do it, but certainly something similar. Where we have the wall here, we have a big window so you can see all the trains. And then we have sort of like shelf and bar stools to rather than, I mean, there will be another set of table and chairs as well. Then we have nice bar stools on the edges so we can see through, so that people can see through. No, no, we'll just do the corner. Solve that issue, just do the corner. Glass panes? Glass panes. Yeah, we'll use glass panes. I'll bring up the wall one more, because if we're going to do bar stools, we need room to do bar stools. But this way, you'd have, say, the birch, we'll do the birch. that feels way too tall. Never mind, we will bring it down one again. We'll just have really tiny bar stools. But you'd have this, you'd have your stool here. Well, we'll make the bar stools and then see how high we do them. But you can see out and watch all the trains coming past. And then I don't know whether I go sort of more Japanese style where they have, and I've seen it on the underground actually in London, where they've got barriers all along. You kind of have to get into the lanes that match up with where the doors are to get on, or whether it's more like the stations I was at regularly, where and most of the stations in the UK where it's just kind of a free platform and you just kind of end up bunching up around where the doors are going to open. Oh, I know what I need to make. You know what? If these all work, I'm going to be the happiest person in the world. They probably won't though. Ah, they won't. Oh, I can't put hanging signs off of... Oh, not hanging signs off of chains, can I? Can I? Oh, not like that. I can do them like that, but that's not what we're after. Right, we'll figure out how we want to do that, because put a big sign to get. Now, because this is a small station, not a big interchange, we won't have really big signs with all the but like you can get in an airport with all the destinations and the times they're leaving. We'll just have the signs you get at the side here, which I will, when I do them, will definitely be glowy, because every sign gets to be a glow sign. And orange is the colour I remember all the words being, so it'd be like oh, that's not how we spell stuff. Next train. Oh no, I'm trying to think how it'd be done. Be like destination, and then it'd be like, I don't know, wherever the destination is, it'd be like, then we'd have calling at, and then calling at, and then time. It wouldn't necessarily be like this, and then the time would be here, and then potentially underneath you might have, because the amount of trains I got that were actually delayed was hilarious. Then it'd be a bit like that. Oh, hold up. Orange or yellow? That's the question now. Orange or yellow? Orange feels more like actual train stations, so we'll go with orange. Hold up. I need to delete everything from my inventory again. It happens. Just accumulate blocks. Alright. You know what? We've gone for over an hour, so I think today, rather than going all the way up to midnight, because that is what the time is, we will stop here for today, and I will not be back on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be my variety day, but I've got work, and my work schedule is wonky? Changeable, certainly very changeable. So what days I'm available, what days I'm going to stream will change week on week. But the current plan is I will be streaming on Tuesdays, which will be our variety streams. It might be Minecraft, it might be something else. there will be our Thursday streams, which current plan, always Minecraft. Might not necessarily be creative world, might be a server, might be a survival world, but Minecraft. And then Fridays are going to be our chill days. So, say, I would consider Minecraft chill. It might be Minecraft, it might be art, it might be some form of city builder simulation. That things that are nice and relaxing rather than anxiety inducing. But that will be all for today. Goodbye from me. Goodbye to those to you on Minecraft. And I shall see you on Thursday. No Tuesday stream this week, but I'm available on Thursday instead, so I will see you then. It's time to say goodbye.